I remember being a child, and the aroma from those collard greens my grandma used to make would just fill the house. Sweet memories. Hey, well, let's do it like grandma used to do it. All right, first thing first, you're gonna start off with that Badia Creole seasoning and then slap your mama. You better not slap my mama or she'll definitely slap you back. And then next we start off with that better than bouillon, some black pepper, and to start the show, of course, those collard greens. And then we're gonna have 1 large green bell pepper and 1 yellow onion. Now, the meat of choice is smoked neck bones. These are pork. You can use turkey if you like. Me, I like that pork. Porky ain't never did nothing to me. I'm sorry, y'all. All right, so now get all that in there, and the cook time on this is gonna be 1 hour. Now, depending on how thick your cuts of smoked meat may be, it might take a little bit longer, but mine took 1 hour. So next, we're gonna go ahead and start working on this bell pepper. So I'm gonna slice the top off, and I'm gonna slice the bottom of it off. Now, there's a whole lot of myth and a whole lot of controversy behind what's the best way to slice a bell pepper. So me, I like to show you guys the way that I do it. I believe it's a very simple way in my humble opinion. And also it preserves close to the majority of the bell pepper when you do it this way. So as you can see, we're gonna start off just from the top, slicing down to make that one little cut through. And as you can see, we saved a lot of bell pepper. Then we turn it to the side, and then we're gonna slice underneath it. Now, this may take some practice if you're not that comfortable with knives, but laying that knife down flat, like you can see I'm doing, and keeping one hand in the back, and make sure you're watching your hand and taking your time doing this, is the best way to achieve this. And as you go, just slice around it like that. And you see how much bell pepper you just saved? You saved a lot. Now, moving that part of the core out the way, as you can see, I got a lot of bell pepper to work with. So next we're gonna go ahead and just slice this up because we're making collard greens. And me choosing the green bell pepper is because of the savoriness of the green pepper. It always puts me in the mindset of the Holy Trinity, which is bell pepper, celery, and onion. It also puts me in the mindset of that New Orleans style, because you're using that green pepper a lot in a lot of New Orleans dishes. All right, so now, once you get that sliced up, we want to use as much of this pepper as possible. That's the goal of what we're doing. And what we're doing is we're building flavors right now. And with the yellow onion, in regards to the size of the cuts, you're gonna dice up your onions to a small to medium dice. The same thing you see me doing with this green bell pepper. Now, if you can see, we're preserving about 95% of this bell pepper, 97% of the bell pepper. And that's the goal. You wanna use as much as the product as possible. Now, after that meat is finished cooking, next thing you wanna go and do is take a look in that pot and see where we at, and check your meat out with a fork. Pull it out, and then you should be able to just break it off the side with little to no effort like I just did. And of course, you gotta taste it now. All right, now we're gonna go in with the chicken base. And this, in my opinion, this is one of the most important steps that you cannot miss, because that's gonna add the body and the richness to the collard greens and keep you from having to use so many of those other seasonings. Now with the onion, you're gonna go ahead and get that into the pot, all of it, and then right after the onion, you're gonna put that bell pepper in there as well. So as I was telling you earlier, we're building our flavors right now, and this is where the magic begins. And this is where the magic begins. Come on. Hey, you ever go to somebody else's house and they're on the holidays and they got some greens over there and you just be like, man, like who made them collard greens? That's what this recipe is about, teaching y'all how to put that killer instinct on these collard greens and build them flavors and just make it like, just have them going crazy over there. So of course you want to stop right now, taste that pot liquor, because that's what you got in front of you now. You're building the pot liquor right now. You hit it with that slap your mama. Remember, all the measurements for what you are seeing is going to be down in the description. Now, keep in mind, a recipe is no more than a guide. That's all it is. So please do not get it confused, because guess what? You can take the same identical measurements that I'm using to make these collard greens, and yours tastes different from mine. So it's important to increase your tongue palate, the knowledge of your tongue palate. So how do you do that? Your tongue, well, first of all, what is your tongue palate? That's basically your taste buds and what you're tasting. And now to increase that knowledge or that information that's going into your tongue palate, you got to season your food by trying different methods, different styles, and different seasonings. And you taste it as you go. It's fine to do that. Taste it. That way you know what it tastes like. Don't wait to the end, but taste it as you go. Now, next, we're going to go ahead and get those collard greens in there. And if you haven't done so already, take a moment, subscribe, like this video, share this video, especially if you're getting some value out of it. You know, it helps me as a content creator to keep producing high quality content with you all by your support, and I appreciate that. So now, after you got those greens in there, go ahead and take that wooden spoon, press it down. Don't have to be a wooden spoon. If you only got a metal spoon, use a metal spoon. Don't matter. Remember, cooking is a labor of love, so don't ever overthink it. Now, once you got those all in the pot, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna hit it with that lid and let these cook down just a pinch for about maybe 10 minutes. And then after that, not even 10, like 5 to 10 minutes. After that, we're going in with that garlic. So I chose the garlic close to the end because I want the fragrance of the garlic. Now, we're only using 2 large garlic cloves because fresh garlic is really strong. And this is just a press. I'm gonna press these out and make it easy. Yeah, get it all in there. And then we're gonna go for that next clove. Get it all in there too. Oh yeah. Oh, also follow me on Instagram. If you love reels, if you love shorts, that's the place you're gonna find the majority of my reels and all of my shorts, okay? So, all right, now let's go ahead and get the rest of this off of there so we can go ahead and finish up the process. Oh yeah. And then once I get all the garlic in, then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stir this one last time. And this is the time where you wanna make sure you're adjusting your seasonings, making sure you know if you need to do anything. And this is the second most important step that I'm about to give you all right now. Now pay attention. What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna add some sugar. Yes, sugar. You might be like, sugar to collard greens? Ugh, that's nasty. No, hold on. Taste it first. It's really savory right now. See that? Yeah, very savory. Tastes good. So the purpose of the sugar, and I'm gonna hit it with 4 nice pinches of sugar. What the sugar is gonna do is gonna take a lot of that earthy kind of bitter taste off of those greens. Because any greens that you have, you don't want to taste them bitter and earthy like that, not strong like that. Get a little sugar and it takes that bite off of it for you. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I got you. Listen to Ray Bay, he got you. Now taste it one last time. And as we do your final check, make sure that sugar is balanced. Yeah, and it also helps build that tongue palate as well. So now we're going for the plate up right now. So now we're going in with those greens in that bowl. And I'm gonna pair this with some Frank's Red Hot Sauce. I did not make any cornbread. I don't know what I was thinking. But you know what? It's all good. So I'm just gonna have the greens without the cornbread. You can pair this with your favorite sides as well. Cause these greens right here, these things gonna slap. When I tell you, everybody gonna be asking who made them greens, they're gonna be asking who made the greens. Now, go ahead and hit it with the hot sauce. You can use the hot sauce of your choice, your favorite. Mine's, I'm using some Frank's Red Hot Sauce. Cause I put that on everything. All right, so now, go ahead. You gotta go in for that bite of delight now. Oh yeah, nah. Now, if you need a recipe for the holidays or even just Sunday dinner, check out my home style green beans video. And thank you for watching.